Over the past few years, I've been improving my relationship to feedback. In the past, I was almost fearful of getting any feedback at all, to the point where it prevented action. I have made some huge strides forward, but today I want to share an experience I got just yesterday with some feedback I received on an improved or enhanced offer that I've been putting together for my one-on-one program. If you've been struggling to get to the end of each day with a feeling of fulfillment and satisfaction in what you've achieved, then my daily planning 5-minute continuous improvement tool might be exactly what you need. It's been specifically designed to help you identify the things that are most important to you and to get you taking regular, repeated action towards these things. If this sounds interesting, all you need to do is let me know and I'll shoot it straight through. No strings attached. Hello and welcome back to the From Zero to Marketing Hero podcast. My name's Paul Heron. I'm a life coach and entrepreneur with over 2 decades of experience developing and optimizing processes and systems in the corporate world. For the last 5 years, I've been applying these proven principles into my own business. And now I am dedicated to helping other entrepreneurs just like you see the value of creating your very own repeatable, reliable systems and processes that will become the foundation of your success. So today I want to talk about feedback and how my relationship to feedback has developed over the years. It's not necessarily something that I think about regularly, but yesterday I did have an experience that really helped reinforce both how feedback can make us feel and some of the resistance that can come up when facing feedback, but also how important feedback is in terms of us being able to start seeing some of the things that we can't quite see on our own, and how important it is to help us start making meaningful progress towards what's most important. So throughout this whole process, I've been doing a lot of work to really narrow down on who my ideal client is. For most of the last 5 years, my coaching has been very broadly aimed at anyone who is looking to get out of the rut, make meaningful progress towards the goals that are most important to them. And throughout this time, I have helped a very wide variety of different types of people in different circumstances with very unique challenges. And with the process that I've been using to attract clients, this has worked. However, the thing is that this whole marketing experience for me and getting my head around marketing is constantly leading me to a place where I need to keep getting more and more specific about both who I want to be working with and who I want to be attracting into my world and the specific problem and challenge that they are experiencing. One thing that is becoming crystal clear is that the more specific that message gets, the more it is going to hit home and resonate with the person who needs to hear it. A vague, generalized message just is not going to get through the noise. So over the last couple of months, there have been quite a few different iterations of what this looks like. And this week, I actively seeked out some feedback from the host of a course that I'm doing. So the offer that I had put together that I thought was really heading in that direction of being super specific looked a little bit like this. I was aiming at solopreneurs working from home, struggling with uncertainty. My offer was all about aiming to help them increase the belief that they can actually start making progress in the things that are most important. Now, I'm not sure what you think about this. In hindsight, I'm just looking at this now going, what does this even mean? But at the time when I sent this through, this was a huge step forward. It felt right. And in some ways, when I was reaching out, I was just waiting for the feedback back to be, yes, you're on the right track. Now, in this particular course, the way that feedback works is you get the opportunity to ask questions during the week, and she goes into a live recording once a week and answers these questions. So I wasn't actually at the live event, but I did watch the replay the following day. And as she got to my question, the feedback that I got was that it was unclear, it was still very vague, it was not specific enough. She couldn't work out who it was for. There were a few good elements I did have that I can have you start believing within the next 5 minutes that things can change. So she did call out that specificity with the time that I put there. But then the final comment was, no one is looking to buy a change of belief. And this really hit home. And that really got me thinking, what am I thinking? No one is looking to buy a system. They're not looking to buy a process. What they're actually needing is a resolution to the specific challenge that they're facing in their life. Now, the first time that I heard this, it's interesting because here I am 5 years down my self-improvement journey, thinking that I have feedback under control. I'm actively seeking it out as much as I can. But hearing this was still a little bit of a kick in the guts, if I'm honest. It's someone being critical in a healthy way, albeit, and criticism that I've actively sought out. But nonetheless, it's still someone giving their opinion on something that I had put together that I thought was a step in the right direction. And at least initially, it wasn't a comfortable feeling. So I put the laptop down and went and got a coffee and went for a little bit of a walk. And I came back about 20 minutes later and I sat through and watched the recording again. But this time I was able to lean in with curiosity about what was being said. And I was able to see that every single piece of feedback that I got there was spot on. And ultimately, what I received was exactly what I needed to hear. It's really difficult to make progress when we're the only one thinking about this thing. Now, feedback can come in many different ways. In this particular case, I was actively seeking it out through a course I was doing, which was fantastic. But I think just being open to feedback in general and all comments that everyone has to say about the work that we put out, the interest that people take in the content we're producing, I think proactively reaching out to people who match the criteria of our ideal client, interviewing them almost, finding out specifically what their challenges are and how they resonate with the ideas that we're having. And I think this is just what I need to do more of. It's just reinforced to me the value of feedback. It's reinforced that although in the moment, sometimes it doesn't feel comfortable, it's always exactly what we need to help us continue to grow and move forward. So I might leave it there for today. My hope is that just raising this topic of feedback and reinforcing both that it is just such an important piece of the puzzle in terms of making progress towards our goals. Actively seeking out feedback is such an important thing that we need to do, but also that receiving feedback isn't always going to be completely comfortable. And that's just okay. I think it's one of those things that we need to experience. We need to put the reps into experiencing feedback and getting feedback. And in time, we need to learn to get as curious as we can with all feedback. And it's all just part of the journey. So I would love to know what you guys think. Have you been able to overcome some of your own resistance to feedback? If you have any feedback at all for me, for this podcast, for anything that I've been putting out, I would love to hear what your thoughts are. So reach out, let me know, reach out directly. You can head over to my website, paulheronlifecoaching.com. There is a couple of different ways there you can reach out. Maybe Messenger might be the best route. But please reach out. If you've got anything to add, please let me know. If feedback and making progress in general towards your goals has been something that has been a bit of a challenge, please remember about my 5-minute daily planning and continuous improvement tool. It has been specifically designed to get you started down this track. And it might be exactly what you need to start making meaningful progress. And you can get started in as little as 5 minutes today. So if this sounds interesting, all you need to do is reach out and let me know, and I will shoot it straight through, no strings attached. Finally, if you are enjoying the show, please consider taking a moment to hit that subscribe button. It really does go a long way in helping share the show with a wider audience. And until tomorrow, I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye for now.